Yondu Udanta. The original version of the character is depicted as the last survivor of his species in the 31st century, and is a founding member of the original Guardians of the Galaxy team from the Marvel Multiverse alternate reality known as Earth 691. But in MCU, Yondu was the leader of an exiled faction of the Ravagers, who is widely recognized for carrying a Yaka arrow, which he keeps close by in a holster at his side. Udanta often relies on his arrow to intimidate others while either brokering deals, interrogating others, or dealing with defiant or insubordinate crew members, maneuvering the arrow close to the person's head to threaten and intimidate them into complying with his interests. In Marvel Comics, Yondu uses a 5-foot single curve bow and a quiver of arrows composed of Yaka. The Yaka arrow is a weapon forged from Yaka metal by the Centaurians. Yaka arrows respond to a specific range of sonic frequencies which change the material's reactive behavior. With self-propelling and extremely modulated anti-gravitational technology, the arrows themselves are able to defy gravity and move freely through the air at great speeds, as well as being highly durable and sharp, allowing them to pierce through most targets, including the hull of a spacecraft. In MCU, Yondu uses the Yaka arrow controller as a cerebral implant that allows an individual to control the Yaka arrow. It is directed through whistling despite the implant being connected to the brain. Yondu claimed to control the arrow with his heart, not his head.
You think when I make this arrow fly, I use my head?
He is so skillful at controlling his arrows and can cause an arrow to return to his hand or weave its way through a crowd of people without even touching them. Even with his flaws and unscrupulous attitudes, Udanta is not a heartless person. In spite of being a criminal, he has a level of humanity and a soft spot for Quill, his adopted son. In the end, he sacrificed his own life to save Quill. In his dying moments, he told Quill while Ego was his biological father, he was not Quill's dad since he did not raise him, and that Yondu was his dad. Rocket sent a message to Stakar Ogord and all of the Ravagers' captains, telling them about his last action. As the Guardians of the Galaxy made a funeral to Yondu, all the clans attended to it, acknowledging his redeeming. After his death, the arrow was repaired by Rocket and Peter, and given to Kraglin Obfonteri.
Thanks.
But of course, practice is needed.